The evidence against YNW Melly presented in court today made him cry. Things are getting so serious that even Boosie would explain during an interview that when the feds want you, they will do anything to get you.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh right, yeah.
They waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was sitting in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.
As the feds want YNW Melly more than anything in the world, it seems. As Boosie would even then go on to explain how badly this retrial is affecting Melly's family, and especially his mother, Jamie King.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
As Boosie is sharing valuable information relating all to the new report of his retrial not beginning now until 2024, as it all began with a report of YNW Melly's retrial has been delayed to February 5th, 2024, as YNW Melly was just hit with some new charges, which is not only going to make his retrial now in 2024, but it's also making the likelihood of his release extremely low.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
As just prior to YNW Melly receiving these new charges recently, the judge was actually giving him a chance to be released on a bond, and they even set up a court hearing for it.
Jury selection for Melly's retrial will not begin on Monday, October 9th, like originally scheduled. Instead, next week, the judge said they will argue the state's motion to quash defense subpoenas of several prosecutors, including the elected state attorney.
However, YNW Bortland's recent actions have just ruined all chances YNW Melly had of being released, as it all begins when it was announced that Bortland was arrested for witness tampering, as while he was outside, his house would be raided by the feds, where they would find insane paperwork against Bortland and Melly.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law&Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
As it would officially be announced by Bryson Paul, here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortland's house last week, as filed into the Broward clerks by the state. Alongside these photos here, where YNW Bortland would detail where certain jurors were sitting with a description of what they looked like at YNW Melly's original trial, because Bortland did have to show up to Melly's trial for one day for his own court hearing. Doing this is highly illegal. To understand how serious this is, here's DJ Akademiks' reaction to it.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
As alongside that new evidence, YNW Juvy's family would then just create a lawsuit against Melly, as their lawyer has found new evidence against Melly, which puts him in a very concerning spot. As the report goes and reads, this is the video we requested from prosecutors in the state of Florida versus Jamel Demons. We have the honor of representing the family of Christopher Thomas, aka YNW Juvy. YNW Melly's defense attorneys filed a motion for protective order to prevent me from obtaining this video. The video was on Melly's cell phone and it was recorded a month after he allegedly got his two friends, Christopher Thomas and Anthony Williams. It doesn't show a man in mourning or even seeking answers for his lost friends, and instead it mocks them, if not takes credit for it, through false expression.
No regrets for the shit I did. That also mean for the nigga. Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
Also found on YNW Melly's cell phone was a list of text messages from Melly, where YNW Melly literally admits to doing the crime.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
With YNW Melly's new charges against him, as well as the new evidence found, a golden opportunity for YNW Juvy's father to provide even more evidence against Melly for the new prosecutor would then open up. He would take full advantage of it, doing an interview at Law&Crime, where Juvy's father would expose how Melly and Bortland were witness tampering, and even what code words they used to make Melly's ex-girlfriend not testify against him.
Both Melly, Jamel Demons, YNW Melly, and Cortland Henry, who is known as YNW Bortland, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
as Juvy's father would then go on to explain a very odd situation he had with Melly's mother, where on the morning of the crime, he had to drive to the police station to clarify to law enforcement that that was YNW Juvy that sadly passed, as Melly's mother would tell him something very weird.
He wasn't, he had switched vehicles. At least that's what they said in the first trial, that he had gotten into, it was suggested through a defense witness, the one and only defense witness, that he had gotten into that other vehicle.
Yeah, they was telling me that I drove down there that morning to go identify Chris. I met Moretti down there that morning, another 26. And on the way down there, when I talked to Jamie, she told me the same thing. Like, don't talk to the media and tell them Melly wasn't there. Instantly, my antennas went up because I didn't understand. Like, I knew from that day, I knew something was up.
He would then end off the interview sharing the last moment that he saw his son YNW Juvy. He would also make a note on how the trial is affecting him and his family, as the retrial has not been easy on his family.
Last time I spoke to Chris was like 2 days before the incident. Him and Melly FaceTimed me, and that's the last time I saw him. Last time I spoke to him was like that same week, man. It just hurt me to see that the love that he had for Melly to do that to him. I see if it was one of his enemies or somebody he did something wrong or something, but the way it happened, how it happened, who did it, it just all heartbreaking on both sides.
All of this legal wrangling that's leading to a delay in the second trial, how are you?
I'm taking it one day at a time. You know, you got to go through this process once again. I'll relive it once again.
As sources would label this a very important interview, as even Stephen Klinger, the new lead prosecutor, he has so much new evidence now to use against Melly in the upcoming retrial. This is without even mentioning the newest interview from a friend of late King Von, an O Block resident named Jay Hood. He would reveal during an interview on No Jumper a secret that YNW Melly told King Von.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vaughn was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? What the bam? I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
As he would reveal that YNW Sakchaser and Juvy were allegedly going after Melly for financial gain. As when you add all of that evidence to the actual evidence of him at the crime scene, things get extremely concerning. Fans wouldn't even believe when Sergeant Williams would reveal, after investigating the Jeep they were driving in, there was no way this could have been a drive-by, and the crime had to have happened by YNW Melly himself.
Assignment, which is to determine if this is a drive. And my determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here, which is a very good picture to describe it. All of these rounds are done. One is done at a stationary position. The at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here. The actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Okay. Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside of the car?
3.
And can you exclude for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas is coming from outside of the car?
Yes. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that was Christopher Thomas, where did that emanate from?
Driver's side back seat.
No. Is it possible for there to have been 2 inside that car?
No.
Why not?
There is no time.
Now, the only chance YNW Melly has of being released is based around the words from Melly's ex-lawyer, who would reveal the actual reason why the judge delayed Melly's trial.
Let me ask you about what the judge did here. Were you surprised that the judge just, you know, got rid of the whole jury panel, basically sided with the defense? Why do you think he did that?
I think that the judge doesn't want this to come back in appeal, so he's going over and above of what you would normally see, because he knows if this is a not guilty, the state can't appeal it, right? There's no appeal from the state. It would only be if this is a guilty, it would be an appeal from the defense. So a lot of judges go over and above for a defendant to make sure that they eliminate all possible appellate issues.
As YNW Melly's lawyers did some amazing work by getting this delayed, as they're trying to build up evidence proving that he's innocent so then he can get a chance at bond. As right now, the law enforcement agents are actually violating YNW Melly's due process rights. If Melly's lawyers can prove that Melly's rights are being affected, he will actually end up being released.
Have added Christine Bradley, the prosecutor herself, to the witness list, and 5 other attorneys from the state attorney's office who they say knew about this situation. That's 7 attorneys from the state attorney's office. Because of this, Melly's attorneys are saying keeping Christine Bradley and this state attorney's office on this case is not only a conflict of interest, it's actually a violation of Melly's right to due process, which is a part of the 14th Amendment.